You watched Thunderbolts and thought you caught everything? Yeah? Think again. This movie is packed with blink and you miss it visual Easter eggs, hidden props, and subtle callbacks that even hardcore fans might have missed. Let's get into it. 26. Shadowy Marvel Intro. Right from the start, Marvel gave us a massive hint of what was coming. Did you catch how the traditional Marvel Studios opening logo gradually becomes distorted and consumed by shadows? That's foreshadowing the Void's presence throughout the film. It's a brilliant bit of visual storytelling that most viewers completely missed. 25th Red Guardian's Soviet memorabilia. When Yelena visits Alexei's home, take a closer look at his walls. They're covered with authentic-looking Soviet propaganda posters featuring Red Guardian. There's even footage playing where he's standing next to Stalin during a parade. This small detail gives us insight into how deeply Alexei still clings to his glory days. But did you spot the historical inaccuracies in those posters that hint they might be fabricated memories? 24. Hidden Sentry Blueprints. In the OXE Group's vault, Yelena discovers documents containing early costume designs for Sentry. If you pause at just the right moment, you'll notice one of the S logos is identical to the original comic design from when Sentry first appeared in Marvel Comics. It's a small but meaningful nod to the source material that most viewers would never catch. 23rd. Avengers Battle Artifacts Val's Gala, featuring artifacts from the Battle of New York, is a treasure trove of Easter eggs. While the giant Avengers A is obvious, did you spot Loki's scepter in its glass case? That's the same weapon that housed the Mind Stone and was later used to create Vision. Also on display were Chitauri cuffs, the same ones Bucky later repurposes to contain Ghost. Talk about recycling alien tech. 22nd, Mel's mysterious jewelry. This is a blink and you'll miss it detail. Throughout the film, Mel wears a distinctive bird necklace. While never explicitly stated in the movie, this is almost certainly a reference to Melissa Gold, aka Songbird from the comics, one of the original Thunderbolts members. Could this be setting up her transformation in a future film? 21st, Winter Soldier's signature move. During the confrontation with Sentry, Bucky performs his signature knife flip move. This isn't just a cool action beat, it's a direct callback to his fighting style first seen in Captain America, the Winter Soldier, and later in the Falcon and the Winter Soldier. The choreography is nearly identical, showing how deeply ingrained his Winter Soldier training remains. 20. Golden Guardian Origins. When Yelena reads aloud from the Project Sentry files, the description she gives comes directly from the original Marvel Comics, describing him as having the power of 1,000 exploding suns and being a golden guardian of good. Comic fans will note the MCU actually downgraded him slightly. In the comics, it's 1,000,000 exploding suns, suggesting the film version isn't quite as powerful. 19. Tower naming significance. Val reveals she's renamed Avengers Tower to the Watchtower, a name that has massive significance in the comics. In Marvel's original Sentry storyline, the Watchtower was mysteriously located directly above Stark Tower. The film cleverly merges these locations, but blink and you'd miss this important connection. 18. Stark's Cocktail Lounge. Despite completely renovating the former Avengers Tower, Val kept the original Avengers bar intact. This is the same bar where the Avengers once partied and attempted to lift Thor's hammer in Age of Ultron. It's a subtle nod to the building's history and the legacy the Thunderbolts are now attempting to live up to. 17th, improvised super soldier defense. During the assault on the Watchtower, Bucky rips a truck door off and uses it as a makeshift shield. This is a direct visual callback to Captain America, the first Avenger, where Steve Rogers did the exact same thing during his public debut as Captain America in World War II. The parallel imagery connects these two super soldiers across generations. 16. Belova's combat callback. When the Void attacks New York, Alexei gives Yelena a boost to help her jump and save civilians. This mirrors the exact move Captain America used to launch Natasha during the Battle of New York in 2012's Avengers. It's a beautiful tribute to her sister and shows how Yelena has truly stepped into the Black Widow role. 15. Bucky's Hydra weaponry. Sharp-eyed viewers might have spotted Bucky using his classic disc grenade launcher during the rescue sequence. This is the exact same weapon he first used as the Winter Soldier when attempting to assassinate Nick Fury in Captain America. The Winter Soldier. The fact that he still carries this Hydra tech shows he's accepted his past rather than running from it. 14th Motorcycle Rescue Homage. Bucky's arrival to save the Thunderbolts is a clear homage to the Terminator. The leather jacket, sunglasses, shotgun, and motorcycle are all direct visual references to Arnold Schwarzenegger's iconic entrance in the 1984 film. It's a perfect nod given Bucky's own history as a seemingly unstoppable assassin. 13. Shadow Realm visualization. The Void's Shadow Realm attack on New York citizens is a toned-down version of its comic debut. In the source material, the Void brutally murdered over 1 million New Yorkers. The MCU version instead traps people in a shadow dimension of their darkest traumas. Still terrifying, but slightly less genocidal. The visual effects closely mimic panels from the original comic. 12. Rebranded hero emblem. The new Avengers logo seen in the post-credits scene bears a striking resemblance to the A design used for John Walker's Captain America and Falcon and the Winter Soldier. It suggests the same government marketing team that tried to rebrand Cap is now working on the Thunderbolts image makeover. 11th Barnes' updated uniform. Bucky finally gets an official superhero costume in the post-credits scene. Eagle-eyed comic readers will notice it seems inspired by his recent Revolution outfit from Captain America, Sentinel of Liberty comics. The key difference is the placement of the red star, which now appears on the opposite shoulder from his metal arm, symbolizing his evolution beyond the Winter Soldier identity. 10th Breakfast of Champions. The final post-credits scene shows an extragalactic spacecraft with a large number 4 logo while Michael Giacchino's Fantastic Four theme plays. What most viewers miss is that the design of this spacecraft perfectly matches concept art that was briefly shown at D23 Expo, connecting this tease directly to the upcoming Fantastic Four First Steps. 9. Soviet Super Soldier cereal. In the first post-credits scene, Red Guardian is seen admiring a Wheaties box featuring the new Avengers. What makes this moment special is that it fulfills Alexi's dream mentioned earlier in the film. He specifically fantasized about being on a Wheaties box. Sometimes dreams do come true, even for Soviet super soldiers. 8. Corporate branded heroism. Look closely at Red Guardian's new Avengers suit in the post-credits scene. It's covered with multiple sponsor logos. This is a hilarious nod to Chris Evans' Human Torch from 2007's Fantastic Four, Rise of the Silver Surfer, who had similar corporate sponsorships on his suit. The irony? Evans later became Captain America, just as Alexi always wanted to be. 7. Avi's intelligence background. When Ghost is introduced, she's referred to as a S.H.I.E.L.D. reject. While seemingly just an insult, this actually confirms her backstory from Ant-Man and the Wasp, where she worked as a covert S.H.I.E.L.D. agent before her powers made her unstable. The film never explains this connection, making it easy to miss if you didn't catch the previous movie. 6. Team name's surprising source. In a blink and you'll miss it moment, the film reveals the team's name comes from Yelena's childhood Pee-wee soccer team, the West Chesapeake Bay Thunderbolts. This is completely different from the comics, where the name honors General Thunderbolt Ross and represents the MCU taking the team in a more personal direction. 5. Ghost's meta team insult. Ghost refers to the team as disposable delinquents, a subtle dig at DC's Suicide Squad, another team of reluctant villains forced to work together. This meta reference acknowledges the similarities between the teams while establishing the Thunderbolts as Marvel's own unique take on the concept. 4. Cosmic conflict foreshadowing. During the final post-credits scene, Yelena mentions that no one is telling them about an ongoing space crisis. This seemingly throwaway line is actually setting up the coming multiversal conflict in Avengers, Doomsday, and Secret Wars. It confirms that cosmic events are already unfolding beyond Earth, while the Thunderbolts remain in the dark. 3. Bob's light and shadow. In the post-credits scene, Bob is still with the team, but apparently without his powers due to concerns about the Void emerging again. One easily missed detail: the lighting in these scenes shows Bob constantly moving between bright and shadow, visually representing his struggle to contain the darkness within him even without his powers. 2nd, alien weaponry reuse. Keep your eyes peeled during the Watchtower infiltration scene. The team actually repurposes several pieces of Chitauri technology from Val's Gala display, showing how the MCU continues to deal with the aftermath of the Battle of New York over a decade later. It's easy to miss, but they're using alien tech throughout the mission. 1. Fantastic spacecraft tease. The film's final revelation shows an extragalactic spacecraft with a prominent number 4 logo, while Michael Giacchino's Fantastic Four First Steps theme plays in the background. This isn't just a random tease, it connects directly to Marvel's next major release, and hints at how the first family will ultimately arrive in the main MCU timeline. To learn more about the ending and that mind-blowing post-credit scene, check out the video on your screen now.